Hello guys, Mr. Agophobia here today. Today I've got another build for you on the Division 2. I thought I'd put a build together with the Collector and the Perfect Unstoppable. If you like my content and if you want more Division content in the future, like and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Our first piece of gear is Negotiator's Dilemma and Mask. 2 pieces of that is 15% critical hit chance, 3 pieces is 20% critical hit damage, 4th piece is Hostile Negotiations. Critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of that damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, gain 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until combat ends. I think this gear set is well good, one of my favourite. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage, attributes are 12% critical hit damage, and a mod 12% critical hit damage. Our second piece of Negotiators is the holster. Core attribute is 13.9% weapon damage, remember you can max these out. Attributes 12% critical hit damage. Our third piece of Negotiators is the knee pads. Core attribute is 13.6% weapon damage, the attribute is 12% critical hit damage. Our fourth and final piece of Negotiators, core attribute is 14.4% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage. Our chest piece is the Collector New Exotic. Core attribute is 15% weapon damage, attributes are 5.5% critical hit chance and 18.8% critical hit damage, and the mod is 12% critical hit damage as well. And the talent, if you don't have this chest piece yet, is Hoarder. You get an extra 3 grenades, 50% grenade radius, 35% grenade damage, 25% grenade damage for each extra enemy caught in the blast. Automatically generate a grenade every 30 seconds if you have less than 2 grenades in your inventory. This is a bit badly worded, guys. So say you run out of grenades and you start generating your grenades, it won't generate all the way back up to like 5 to 7, something like that. It'll only generate to 2. So be aware of that, guys. You'll only generate 2 grenades. But this chest piece will be good in sync with the backpack talent we're using. The backpack we're using is the Backbone, named Legmo backpack. 20% explosive resistance. Core attribute 15% weapon damage, attributes 8% weapon handling, 6% critical hit chance. Try and get critical hit damage, guys. The mod is 11.7% critical hit damage. And the talent is Perfectly Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 7% for 15 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Grenade kills add 2 stacks to this, but your grenade will hit really hard because you have the firewall grenades, which do like 6 grenades at once. So you'll most likely get kills with grenades all the time. And I thought I'd use Perfectly Unstoppable because it gives you extra damage. Our primary is the Ouroboros Exotic SMG. Core attribute is 15% SMG damage, 21% critical hit chance, and 10% damage to targets out of cover. And the talent is Rule them all. When the agent has a status effect applied to them, 50% of the ammo in the next magazine will apply the same status effect to their targets. This effect will only occur during combat. And the mods for this gun is 10% critical hit damage, 25% reload speed, 10% critical hit chance, and 10% rate of fire. This gun, guys, is overpowered as hell. And the RPM 1485, absolutely insane. We're using the mop for our secondary because we don't have any survivability other than this gun. The name shotgun, the mop. Core attributes 15% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, and 10% armor on kill. And when we get a kill, preservation will proc. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. If you get a headshot, you get another 10%. So 30% if you get a headshot, which is good. And those are the mods. The pistol I'm using is the Orbit. Core attributes is 15% pistol damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover. And the talent is Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. And that's the mod. The first skill we're using is the Striker Ballistic Shield. The reason we're using this is because we get damage bonus per enemy, 10%, which is a lot of damage. We are tier 0 because we don't have any skill tiers, but we just use this like behind cover. Those are the mods I'm using. The second skill we're using is the Decoy, tier 0, but it's just to aggro the enemies away from you. This is the overall build, guys. So basically, just before you engage combat, engage enemies, throw a grenade, the scatter grenade. It will blow up enemies, give you loads of stacks really quickly for unstoppable force, and then you can go ham on the enemies with the Ouroboros, which is overpowered as hell, guys. But remember, I'll show you the stats now. We're at 60% critical hit chance and 169.5% critical hit damage. But remember that it stacks up to 40% when you get critical kills with Negotiators. So that's 210%, and then if you get another 40% from the orbit, that's 250% critical hit damage, guys. That's pretty good. That a lot of damage with an SMG. But I'll scroll down the stats for you now. Specialization we're using is the Firewall. The reason we're using the Firewall is because we get the Striker Shield, which gives us extra damage. We have this OP medkit, 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. We obviously get the cluster grenades, which are really good with the collector chest. We have 15% shotgun damage, SMG damage and pistol damage. But that's the build, guys. Remember, you can change it how you like, but I like to run it this way. Give it a go, guys. Thanks for watching and have a great day.